I think we are live. Let's double check. View on YouTube. Continue to the tubes. Just so I can see our comments on all sides.
I'm going to pour while you do all that. Do all that checking.
Yep, we are live. I'm going to mute that. All right, fantastic. I'm going to pour some bourbon. Hello and welcome. Good evening. This is Bourbon Trail Explorer with our semi-weekly quarantine podcast when we can. I am pouring some Evan Williams single barrel, chosen for the Trifesta, which was our Louder Than Life, Bourbon Beyond, and Hometown Rising by our own Fred Minnick.
Ooh, good times. I went with the Smooth Ambler. This little guy right here. Let me get it a little closer to the camera. You actually gave this to me. I think you gave this to me for my birthday.
Present.
Yeah.
It was a birthday present.
Do you remember back a year ago, whenever I celebrated my birthday? This month, 1 year ago? Hence the gift.
That's solid. I have something in mind, but Indiana are kind of assholes, so I'm trying to figure out how to make it happen, but I'll make it happen. Don't worry.
Well, you can ship liquor here.
Yes.
Where it's I guess the laws are weird. Maybe they restrict from where it comes, but it seems like I've definitely had liquor. Right.
Which is weird.
We don't have delivery.
Oh God, that's good. I forgot how good that was. 111 proof on this guy, which is rare for camera, focus. Close enough. I think it can.
Close enough.
Can see it.
You can just read it to him. I'm going with 100 proof.
100 proof is there. Yeah, it's good. The Boone though.
Tell me about your. Oh yeah, I haven't shown anybody that. I am doing next the 12-year Boone County, which is actually an NCCC pick with Commonwealth Tap. Pretty awesome.
Yep.
So we have two of them. The bottle number 2 I haven't opened yet, and it's sitting over at my brother-in-law's house.
It's incredible. Yeah, they're incredible bottles and very hard to come by, and people go crazy over them now. Which who knew?
As
who
they
knew
should.
anything about
the
bourbon?
Hey, I want to hear about your allergies because I literally can't even see my screen from here.
That's awful. Yeah, it's terrible. It's the worst. And
what happened? I feel like yesterday was fine.
It was fine, and then if I look out on my deck, which I'm up in my glorious office with my Bowflex and my gun safe in the background. This is the loveliest background.
Put your lift on, man. By the time this thing's over, you'll be lifting 2 plates before you know it.
That's right. If you look out on my deck, it's just yellow. It's a normal deck, a second-story deck that is just covered in so much pollen that it's yellow.
Man, that is nasty. I was wondering, today's the worst for me.
It's awful.
And you don't want to, as well as I do, right now is not the time to sneeze.
Don't be coughing. Don't be coughing. Don't be sneezing. Don't be doing anything.
I'm so worried about that. Every time I sneeze, I'm like, was that my allergies? I know my eyes are kind of bleeding and my ears itch like crazy and it hurts to speak. But was that actually allergies that caused me to sneeze? Because I don't even know anymore. I'm pretty sure I have all the symptoms of COVID-19 minus I have all the pre-symptoms, it seems. Although I haven't lost my sense of flavor or any of that stuff. So
no sense of. I'm pretty sure we haven't been anywhere. We did delivery alcohol, which in Kentucky is awesome. I wish I could support my store that I really like going to, but they're not delivery right now. So I'm stuck with delivery from Liquor Barn, which was okay. They had to substitute a couple of my things, which, apparently alcohol's sold out everywhere too. I don't know.
So they had to swap out booze? You ordered Bud Light, they got you Miller Lite?
Yeah. No, I wanted some 35K because I've been really enjoying stouts. And I wanted some Against the Grain 35K. They listed it as in stock, called me, and they're like, no. So I ended up getting Dogfish Head Bitches Brew to replace it, which is
it's a good one.
It's good.
Yeah.
But
I may not be able to get go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I've been busting into my supply of beer, and my supply of beer has quickly gone like this because it is not like my supply of bourbon.
How much did you start with? And when did you is it from before all this stuff started?
It was 5 Goose Islands, the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Stout, 3 of the 6-point bourbon barrel stouts, 2 Yoko Vezas, 2 Sam Adams Oktoberfest still
those are
lingering in
so
there.
good.
Some laser snakes, but yeah, pretty
Nice.
low.
I'm on a real stone kick right now. I would love to branch into 3 Floyd, but I really don't want to go to the liquor store that bad right now. Plus, I should tell you, man, I rediscovered our 2 Oktoberfest that are in my keg that we haven't even touched. I haven't even touched them. I've got 10 gallons of incredible homebrew. One Fest beer, one Marzen, both just sitting in the kegerator doing the magic. They'll be about a year, coming up on a year.
I bet they're good as hell right now.
I have tasted the one, and it's amazing. It changed my life.
Damn it.
Almost didn't make it tonight. You can see I'm still social distancing.
Yep.
Completely.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. I might not be able to buy beer online like you, but I still do get cigars delivered.
Those are exciting.
I picked up.
Yeah, why don't you pop those bad boys open? Let's see what you got. Let's see the excitement here. Let's do an unboxing.
I could do that. I've told you about these before. So I'm a member of a whole lot of cigar clubs. Cigar Federation was phenomenal. I love it. I'm actually still a member, so it is phenomenal. They're out of Texas, and they ship once a month. I think it's like 4 or 5 cigars. It actually can vary month to month. And then I've done the traditional ones before that, which was like Thompson and NCI. And they're great. You just want like not run of the mill, easy to get cigars that you can really get anywhere. Oh yeah, fun fact about these: don't tear it because it looks like it can tear. I mean, there's really doesn't.
It does look. I would have thought you tore it. Oh,
yeah,
weird.
you just have to pop it open, a little Ziploc thingy in here. Anyway, so I've done the other cigar clubs, but I have to say that this is Pravada is hands on the best. There's this dude Brian. When you order it, he's pretty good at reaching out, asking you what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd change, that kind of thing. But anyway, the thing is, dude sends this like ridiculous write-up. This is 2 pages, size 6 font. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure 8 or 7. I don't know, something crazy. And he writes up about the cigars and how they taste. But let's look and see this month. This is we're in April, so I feel like we're pretty early in April. So he ships 3 cigars. The thing about Pravada, and also there'll be a Boveda pack in here somewhere. Yep.
Oh, nice.
3 cigars in a Boveda pack. Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
They're shipped fresh. He stores them fresh. They're actually stored for like 3 or a few months before he actually packs them up. Saw him do a video. But his cigars, the thing that makes them magical is that you're never going to find any of them. They're all super exclusive or pretty darn close. I read these earlier, but I haven't seen the cigars until just now. I read the headlines to try to get a feel. So Aganorsa lean Nicaraguan stick came, and get it a little closer to this bad boy. I don't know if that's focused or not, but it looks pretty awesome. So this is anyway, Aganorsa shipped in this bad boy, something they were working on. They made 10,000 total. They made 5,000 total. He bought all 5,000 for the club.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. The second is back to back, and this is actually this is going to be the Davidoff Zeno. Which is a special blend from 2019. This one has the coolest write up. So this is like they opened up a new shop, I guess, in Brooklyn. So they went with this couple of graffiti artists or a couple of artists to do some pretty cool stuff with their artwork. They get shipped in a spray can. And finally, the Montenegro Red Label Corona. This is a 4.5-year age. I know. Little Corona. Look, it looks legit, dude. This is the farmer's blend, and I guess the farmers from this plantation actually are the ones that decided this blend and picked it out. So I haven't decided which one to smoke. I ordered 2 of these because I thought I was getting one for me and my brother-in-law, and then he ended up ordering one. So now I just have an extra pack, which has turned out to be great. Yeah.
I wish.
And then I ordered this.
Social distancing right now.
What's that? The Farm Rolled pack. It's his new one. It's called Farm Rolled. It'll be 4 cigars, no labels. It basically just tells you what farm it came from, and they're all guaranteed to be amazing. You would not be able to get this for $20. It's probably closer to 15-ish per cigar, just based on who rolls it. But haven't opened it yet. Not going to open it yet. I want to surprise myself whenever my brother-in-law and I get together. But you saw what we were burning through yesterday, man. We did the Weller 12. and then I had a little. I don't remember what brand cigar did I put up there. When Partagas was.
I don't know. I'd have to check.
It was a Monte Cristo. I think it was a Monte Cristo Cubana.
I mean, I'm just jealous that you're able to go anywhere at this point. I'm like, ah, fuck. It's rough. It was a Monte Cristo.
I'm not able to go just anywhere. He hasn't been to work. His family's been isolated.
As long
as I have. So, and it was my. I'm not even gonna say this, but like, yeah.
I get it.
There were 3 people in their family, 4 in mine, and I get it. That's not isolation. I'm doing a much better job today than then. And I realized it the second that I got over to his house. But he hasn't been anywhere, hasn't had anybody over. I haven't been anywhere, haven't had anybody over. I shouldn't have gone, but I did.
I get it. It's maddening. And that will lead me into our first topic that I haven't vented that much about it in the bourbon groups yet, but it's just really frustrating because I still see everybody going around to stores and they're still hunting. Like thousands of people in these groups are still going out and still hunting bourbon. Like they're still going into the stores because you shouldn't. You should just be using drive-through, curbside, or delivery. But you can still go into liquor stores and just stand there and hunt and touch bottles and put them on the shelf and be like, maybe. So many people still bourbon hunting right now. And yeah, I would love to still, because it scratches a weird itch for me to get new bottles and build those relationships, but it is super frustrating watching all these people go out and hunt bourbon. And there was an insane post. One guy who runs a liquor store, he wanted to protect his employees, and he got some killer bottles. And he was like, look, I'm going to put these bottles up, and I'm trading them for my employees, trading these bottles for masks to protect my employees. It's like, I don't want cash. I don't want other bottles. I just want masks to protect my employees. Trade somebody give me a good offer of masks. And some woman reported him to the LMPD and was like, this motherfucker is trying to take masks out of healthcare workers. But his people are on the front lines because they're still open. They're still considered essential. And he needs to protect his employees.
Ooh, that's a gray area, man. That's a gray area. So it's a liquor store?
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I know technically essential, but
here's why. And
let's hear
Fred has made this point, and he's right. If you close the liquor stores and there's no access to liquor, which is pretty rare, most people have some kind of liquor. But
okay, I hear you.
If there's no access, you have alcoholics, which is a problem. But 4 to 6% of alcoholics will detox and die, which is a lot of people. Unfortunately, that number is pretty high. So if you close the liquor stores, those people die. They detox and die.
Okay. I hadn't thought about that. I would have said maybe the grocery store would be fine because they also have liquor. But even then, you've got some of these rural areas where I'm guessing there's a lot of alcoholism. And
yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially Kentucky.
I never thought about that. Learned something new.
So they stay open and they are considered essential, and his workers will need. And luckily, LMPD was like, "You're crazy, lady," and she went after everybody. But that was a whole mess. But the problem I have is the people who are going in still hunting bottles, still like, "Oh, where can I get this?" The Knob Creek did a 12-year limited run. Can I get this Knob Creek 12-year? Can I get whatever it is? And it's just, I mean, it's crazy to think people still aren't taking this seriously. But that's my one rant of the day.
Well, you are talking to a dude that just sent you a picture from hanging out with his brother-in-law. But I could explain it 1,000 different ways to tell you we were 6+ feet apart. We were.
The Norton Commons, our crew in Norton Commons are still hanging out 6 feet apart. They sent us photos. They're across one another's lawns. Like it's all about being reasonably safe. Unfortunately, where I'm at, there's not an easy way to be reasonably safe and be around anybody, so we just self-isolate.
We've been able to hang with our neighbors from a distance because we share the back part of our house, and that's been pretty cool because we can we've done a few movie nights because we're literally just at our house, so we can have a big enough area back there where we could be 20 feet apart, and I just have to plug up the projector, and it's pretty amazing.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've had a little bit of social interactions beyond like work stuff where we're doing video chat like this. It's been nice.
We they don't want us to stress the VPN much at work, so we're not doing as many video chats because our VPNs are pretty stretched thin right now.
That makes
and
sense.
We've been insane. I don't know about you all, but for some reason, being home, it's been absolutely crazy busy.
Good. I'm glad to hear that for you guys. That's great. A lot of people out there are not crazy busy, so
no, it's
always happy to hear when people are.
It's hard to complain about being busy and having a job right now.
Yeah, I mean, I know a few people that are actually building ventilator parts. Like my brother-in-law, he's his company. When he goes back, so they gave him like extra vacation, and he burned a whole bunch of it up front because he's like, man, everything I read, everything I see says that basically it's about to get real bad. Peak, at some point here. It's like I'm gonna give them time to get their flow down, to get all the systems in a clean spot, to get like the dividers put up that they're gonna be putting up. I'm gonna give them a chance to get that done before I go in. I was like, yep, that's a good move.
That's awesome. I mean, but they've done that, or is he gonna be able to go back soon?
Yeah, actually, I think he went back today.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Our buddy Roger, who's a welder, he's considered essential, and he's had to go to work every day.
Whew. Hope he stays safe, man.
Mm-hmm. My brother-in-law, Chris, he's a distiller, and they're making hand sanitizer. We were going to have him on a couple weekends ago or a weekend ago. Time is really hard to figure out right now. I think it was a week ago, but they've got them on 313s. The distillery's they're just going ahead and running for 3 days straight at 313s, and then they're rotating shifts, so 2 shifts of 13 hours rotating through. So they're just trying to pump out as much sanitizer as they can during that day. They're still doing distilling. All the distilleries that you see who are doing hand sanitizer are still also distilling their products, just pulled back to some extent.
So I'd like to get a bottle after all this is done, obviously, but I'd like to get a bottle from one of these distillers. I know Huber's is doing it too. I read that.
Huber's is, yeah.
It'd be cool to get like a bottle that has the year and where it was distilled, this hand sanitizer, because I feel like after this thing all shakes out, those are going to be the ones that we talk about. Like, dude, you remember when the distillery shut down, or the Tesla factory, or
oh my God, yeah. I know that Old Forester has handed out a bunch of their bottles. Heaven Hill has some, but I think we'll probably be able to get some from Kentucky Artisan when this is over. At least some for us. We'll see what we can manage on that. That's where my brother-in-law's at, so I think we can get some bottles from them.
For now, I'm going to stick with soap and water, and
yep.
Unless my wife's around, then she just basically douses me in hand sanitizer. But science and all that, I'm going to stick with my soap and water.
Yeah, and it's I know it's your birthday month, so it's a bit of a bummer that we're socially isolating. It's my son's birthday month, but I told him that he came second, so unfortunately,
I was going to say it's actually not. It is my birthday month. He just happens to be a visitor.
That's true. Yeah, his 1 year party. Going to the Boone County, switching it up.
I am, but I think I'm going to wash my glass out because that one had a really strong. It's like a super corn
grassy,
based.
Yeah, corn and grass, and yes, it's like a very grainy.
Give me just a sec.
Yeah, give that, no problem. We'll be right here.
Yeah, I mean it's got one of the coolest bites to it.
Yeah, it's
I really
weird.
I like it. I don't know if I would have liked it.
Pretty different. Let's let me see if I can pull up our next couple of topics while we're waiting.
I'm back. Nothing says pro quality like a dude literally getting up and leaving and coming back during the podcast.
It's the apocalypse. It's the quarantine time, so anything goes. I think we're good.
Yeah, I'd much rather be over at your house right now throwing down.
Yeah, me.
Although my kids do love having me home, I think.
Yeah, I guarantee it. But also,
after
like,
weekends, I get real fun.
Man, I wonder if companies do end up limiting travel after this. I don't know how that. I don't for a while at least. I'm gonna have to guess that. I don't think they'll immediately go back to the way things were. More more go-to meetings, more Zooms. If you want your meeting to be interrupted with some porn, you'll do some Zoom meetings.
I heard about that. What in the world, man? I heard it was like schools up in New York,
a bunch of schools
trying to do and these idiots were jumping on there and disrupting their videos.
Real messed up. So that's unfortunate. We use Teams, so that's been pretty
Microsoft.
Good. Yeah.
I use Google Hangouts a lot at work. It's been awesome.
Oh, like their the Meet client, the enterprise one?
No, we just use. I mean, we have Google for pretty much across the board. Google Suite, but it's. Okay. I guess it would be. No, I think it's Hangouts, man. It might be Meet, but
Hangouts Meet is like their enterprise.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it is. Yeah. Now, there's no cool filters or anything, so I can't be a potato like Homegirl.
That's true. That is true.
Dude, my eyes are on fire. Like, it hurts to just blink.
It's awful. And we went for a walk today. We worked out in the garage. We've been trying to. All my laundry has been workout clothes and pajamas because I only change into workout clothes, and then
it's awesome.
I never put on real clothes. Like, you're actually wearing human clothes right now. I'm still in pajamas and then a shirt that says "This is my bourbon drinking shirt."
I'm kind of in human clothes. Like, I do a lot of conference calls during the day, and I want to look like at least with my shirt to be normal.
Smart.
Yeah, I wore a short sleeve polo T-shirt, which is really not that classy, but people are all. It's kind of cool being in this spot with everybody else's kids interrupting their calls, like mine always have.
Right.
And I can get by with wearing just about anything. I use. I have on top of my humidor. I'll put my laptop, and I'll just use a standing desk all day, which is why I'm sitting down right now.
Oh, nice. Are you multi-monitoring or?
No, I don't multi-monitor whenever I'm home. When I was in the office, I had the 2 monitors plus my laptop screen.
That's what I'm in my office. My desk is a nightmare mess, but you can see I'm rocking as many monitors as I can. But I'm also spending a lot of time in databases and multi-servers, like different.
If we're showing off our fun projects, check out my new dartboard I made.
Oh, what the hell! Did you get a
so you know those fence boards that I had outside my house?
Yeah.
That have been like literally giant pieces of fence I couldn't get rid of. Nobody wanted to take them. So I turned it into a dartboard. So it's got a little backstop. I use that for the backstop so it doesn't destroy my drywall. And
of course.
Yeah, so I've just been throwing darts. It's awesome.
I want to come back. I've not had a cigar since this whole thing started.
Seriously? I didn't have any today, I don't think, but I had pretty much every other day. Today would have been a perfect day for it. It's just my eyes hurt, and
we don't have any time. I haven't had like an hour to sit outside or 30 minutes to even sit outside. It's been nonstop with the kid, nonstop with work, nonstop with projects and other things. I don't know. We will get Mike on here. He was not available tonight. We're gonna get Mike in here so that we have the 3-way chat. But he's been using the lounge to some serious success.
Mike's getting after it. He's got it figured out. I've been trying to grow my beard out so I can be more like Mike.
Smart.
Yeah.
I shaved completely for CDC. Shaved it down completely. It's now growing back.
What are you going to catch? You literally don't leave the house.
Now I don't. Now it's growing back. But like I was going to the grocery and I don't know. It just seemed like a good idea.
I did Butcher Box, which is ridiculously awesome. They're not taking new subscribers anymore, by the way.
No, of course.
So I did it. It shipped the next day. I had it in less than a week. My brother-in-law did it a day later, maybe 2 days later, and his shipment shipped like last week.
Okay.
It took a month. I mean, it was literally backlogged a month for him. So, yeah, now they're not taking any new subscribers. But I love it, man. And I'm also doing Misfit Foods, which are like ugly vegetables that they don't sit in the grocery stores. They sent me a big box of random stuff. So I made a veggie soup with it and had all kinds of peppers and stuff. Just threw down the rest of those in a chili.
Nice.
I've been getting after the cooking, man. I'm digging.
Oh, yeah. I'm cooking every day. Three meals a day. It's a lot. We did a Kroger delivery, which did not go well because they had us slotted in last Thursday for a time, and then it got delivered today. So.
Oh, wow.
But luckily, we had plenty of groceries to make it. I mean, we weren't worried about running out, but it was like, okay, well, that's not great.
I stocked up in the very early times, so we have
Us too.
so many canned goods of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And rice and stuff that I like to cook with a lot. Pastas, lots of pasta sauces, tomatoes and tomato paste and tomato crushed, chopped, diced, sliced. Any way you could do it. But I can make about anything with anything. So I'll make some hobo chili if I have to. Like that. Like
Hell yeah.
I'll just clean out whatever. So I'm usually pretty good at it.
It's been an experience. I think a lot of people are finding it, although a lot of people are still doing takeout. I don't know. Takeout's not for me. We're not doing it right now. Everybody else we know is like literally. Nat was on her. They do a happy hour on Fridays, and nice. Of like 120 people on there, 3 of them said that they weren't doing takeout, and we're one of the crazy ones that aren't doing takeout right now.
Whatever, man. To each their own. Like who knows what you can actually catch from that stuff and how easy it transmits. It seems to change every week, so. Good for you guys. Gotta take care of yourselves.
Yeah. I don't know if we're too crazy. Who knows?
So what's the last cigar you smoked? You said it's been forever. Was it with me?
It was.
Holy cow.
It's been forever.
Where were we? Your
Cigar
house?
Club. Cigar Club.
Okay.
2 months.
Okay, so you brought open like some stuff from the Addams family. Some dust came out.
Yeah, it was Addams family.
I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Everybody in the room sneezed, right? And so I
turned to dust.
So I upgraded you with whatever I had in my humidor, which I think you picked up they were all great.
They were
because I used Privado, and I think I brought a lot of the ones I got from Cigar Federation. And Cigar Fed's awesome too. They're all they're not like crazy 25-year age for no reason. Like they're not unnecessary like Privado. Privado's just next level.
God.
But Cigar Fed does a lot of boutique stuff, and they're all great. So I usually stock those whenever I go to Cigar Club. What are you doing, dude?
Get in the humidor.
Good Lord. Where'd you get that beautiful humidor?
Oh, I got that from you. Thank you. Yeah. I do still have some good ones in here. I found a random in one of my old humidors. I found a box press.
Is that an Oliva?
V? Yeah.
I can't. I'm like 40 feet away. My eyes are on fire. Is it the Milano or is it regular?
It's Milano.
Oh,
yeah.
So how old do you think that is? Because that Milano won.
Years.
I was going to say that one cigar of the year.
It was in another humidor, and I thought it was dead, but it's perfect. Like it's brought back to life.
All right. Did you use the ginormous Boveda pack that I gave you?
It's in here. These I'm of course saving for when the Bears go to the Super Bowl this year.
Is that the 86? I can't see them from here.
It is. It is it's the 89. 89, right?
89. I'm sorry. Yeah. Every Bears fan just cringed.
It's fine. You gave me this pack, random Ditka throwback, Oliva V, the tiny Oliva V.
Oh yeah. Is there a Boveda pack in that one too?
There is.
Probably.
Yep.
Knowing me.
There is. This is just a random, I don't know, trash one. Bunch of Gurkhas, random Gurkhas in here, of course.
Well, do you know where your trash can is? I can help you get rid of them.
This one we were supposed to smoke together. I don't know what happened to yours. This is the Single Cast Nation.
Hey, all right, hang on. Put it. Yeah, I think I smoked that, dude.
Aged in ancient rye barrels. It happens.
This is what happens.
This I discovered in another humidor, and I brought it back to life. This, recognize that price tag?
Is that Joe from Joe's shop?
It was from Joe's shop.
Triple Crown?
Hell nice. Yeah.
I've got probably 50 or 100 of randoms from Joe's shop, like stupid names like Camel Toe and Booty Juice and all this other nonsense. I don't even know why I had those. I sure as heck don't know why I bought them.
Like, none of these Gurkhas are new. I haven't bought Gurkhas in 5 years at minimum.
I gave you all my Gurkhas between you and Seventh Kevin. I was just unloading Gurkhas. Because, all right, I like them. Listen, they're a great brand. They have fantastic cigars. But you'll smoke one, you're like, just change the game right there. That was next level stuff. Then you'll smoke 23 that all look amazing, but just kind of are duds or they don't, there's nothing to it. So I just said, all right, forget this. Unless I'm saving the label, and even then, I don't know if I'm going back to back to be as good.
Yeah, I've got some random Ashens. Somebody gave me a Patron cigar. Oh God,
Patron or Padron?
Patron, as in Patron the tequila.
Gross.
Mm.
What does it even taste like? Agave. Uh-oh. Can't tell if it's your internet or mine. And
Probably mine.
there he is.
Let's see if I can get this back without tearing down.
I was going to say, I'm not doing a cigar tour on this show because we don't have that kind of time. I have a gallon bag, like a huge one with nothing but flavored crap in it. And I can just see here there's like a couple of Javas, some cherry nonsense.
I do like the Javas.
I did too. I did too. But when it comes pool season, I'll usually bring that bag out and break out, 2 or 3 at a time and see if I can entice the wife to smoke one.
Smart.
This Boone
your
County
pool this year
is
oh my god! You poured the Boone County,
or this week actually. The pool opens this weekend. It'll be too cold to swim for a while, but it'll give it time to get acclimated and do whatever it needs to do. Yeah, I poured the Boone County. It's as amazing as I remember. I really want to go back to back with the bottle 2, but
we can do that at least one more time because I've got a couple left. Let's talk about bourbon news real quick before we get too late. I know your kiddos need you. Let's go through some quick bourbon news since this is a bourbon podcast.
Is it?
That occasionally. Old Forester announced their new birthday bourbon. Well, they didn't really announce it. It leaked to the TTV, which it always does. This is their youngest in a long time. They've only done one this young before. Kind of surprised. They went from an 11-year, 111 proof, I think. I want to say that's right. I'd have to double check. Their highest proof was last year. They went from that to now they're doing a 10-year, and let me see if I can find the proof. 10-year, 98 proof. It just it's a strange drop in age because normally it's 12 years. The vast majority have been 12 years, and B, the proof is surprisingly low drop for them.
I mean, they must have figured something out, though. I mean, they've got some of the best tasters out there. So
yeah, Jackie Zykan is the one that picks it these days. She has an amazing palate, and I'm sure it's great. It's just from a marketing perspective because that's basically what that bottle is. It's so hard to come by. It's from a marketing perspective, dropping it to 10 years is a bit strange, but I'm sure it's going to be awesome and impossible to come by.
So Jackie was on Bourbon Plus magazine, right? Wasn't she on the cover?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah, she's in the movie Neat. If you go and watch Neat on Hulu, which since it's quarantine, nothing better to do with your time, go watch Neat if you haven't. It's great. It's a great documentary. But yeah, she's in there a bunch of times talking about cocktails. I think she used to be the rep that went around to all the bars and kind of tried to convince them to use OVO products or Brown-Forman products for
living the dream.
Yeah, and then she became, of course, their master taster. So,
okay,
yeah. So it'll probably be good. The next story, pretty straightforward story. This is an exciting one. Beam is taking their formerly 3-year-old rye, which was called Old Overholt, and it was only 80 proof, and they're making it 11 years and 92.6 proof.
Whoa,
which sounds awesome. That's a huge jump.
That's a ridiculous jump. Huh.
Well,
Old Overholt.
So the short and long of it is, much like Old Crow, Old Overholt used to be an incredible whiskey that people talked about as Pennsylvania rye, and I mean it was the whiskey that presidents got. Like, if you were president, you got a bottle of Old Overholt, and it was considered this classic, incredible, high quality whiskey. And then eventually Beam bought it. They bought the label. And they put it back on shelves with a 3-year variant, and it was not great. And they kind of let it, sit as a bottom shelf rye. And I guess they've decided, I guess they've decided that with as much whiskey knowledge is out there now, the passion has grown. People know what Old Overholt used to be. So they've decided to up the label. Now, I wish they would do that with Old Crow because Old Crow is considered incredible. Current Old Crow is Jim Beam White Label relabeled.
Right.
So that's the story behind that. It's exciting. It should not be expensive. I bet this won't be that expensive. And there's not a lot of 11-year rye out there.
11 years, man. That's gonna be kind of pricey. I don't know.
What's
Overholt go for? Like $10?
Something like that, $10-12 for the 3-year. Here's the thing. We thought that when Knob Creek put out their cast strength rye, which was a 9-year-old minimum cast strength rye, everybody thought that was going to be super expensive. And it came out at like $68, somewhere between $60 and $68. And it's a 9-year-old cast strength rye. So 11 years and not at cast strength, I would imagine it'll be a fairly reasonably priced. I'll probably say $50 is my bet. And I would pay that for an 11-year-old rye.
Yeah, for sure. And rye seem to age a little faster anyway.
They do.
Yeah. I think I want to go try the old Overholt before I go to bed tonight. I think that's going to be my nightcap because I've got a bottle in there. I had Justin and Morgan over, and I think they brought it. It's like, hey,
you should try it.
I got you guys something, and I feel like I have, and I'm not too mad. So yeah,
you may have. We'll go into the last story that I have for the day.
What you got?
It's not particularly exciting. New Riff, who I love, I've done several barrel picks there. I like everything that they've done. They're really big on experimentation. Their
place is awesome too. Good visit.
Their place is incredible. They're putting out something called the Backsetter, a peated backset Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
What?
So it will be which means it's still 51% corn.
Sure. Yeah.
No additives can be made. You can't add peat to it, so it can't be added, but it can be distilled with peat, which I think is what the backset means. I don't know. I'm not 100% clear. This is obviously yet another TT filing, so there's no real information around it. But I think they're also doing a rye, so it'll be a backset peated rye and a backset peated bourbon. And I want to try that because I like peated Scotch, and I don't know that a lot of bourbon drinkers will.
Well, maybe we'll get the exclusive on it. We can hopefully social distancing ends at some point, and we can actually drive over there and hang out at their place for a little bit. They're over in the Indiana side, right?
No, they're over
in. They're on the Kentucky side of
Newport, right?
Of Ohio.
Yes.
When I think Newport, I think Indiana for some reason because I got to drive there, and I'm coming from the Indiana side, but. Yeah.
Can you? Here's a question: Can you drive from Indiana to Kentucky without any problems right now?
I don't know. I mean, you can. I can look out of my balcony on the other side and see the bridge. Nobody's getting pulled over, dude. It's not like that. It's just don't be an idiot, don't leave. And there's a few of us that made some idiot choices, but for the most part, I've been pretty locked down. I can see though, there's tons of traffic on that bridge. Somebody did make the recommendation, said, hey, you know what? Close the bridge now and do your construction now. Like, makes total sense.
Yeah, that's probably actually a good call, but they won't.
Nope, too late.
They're still charging tolls, I saw, which is weird. They should probably not do that during this time, but so be it.
Well, yeah. No, I hear you. But that's crazy times, man.
It is crazy times. It's really weird. I actually have not drank a lot of bourbon lately. I've been sticking with, if I drink bourbon, it's been in cocktails and sitting on my deck and just trying to enjoy time. So this has been the rare experience for me. Otherwise, I'm drinking beer.
Whoa. I've seen your picture, your cocktails, though. That was, yeah. You did.
I've been upping my cocktail game. I did. I made a Manhattan with, what is it called? Well, part of it was pomegranate
orange
juice.
Peel.
Orange peel. I fired up an orange peel, used a butane lighter, fired up an orange peel.
Toasted a bit.
And what is the last? Grenadine. A little, like a very, just a dash of grenadine, dash of pomegranate juice, makes it look a little red. Bitters, fired up an orange peel, delicious. Chill it in a shaker, and then dump it over. No ice in the glass. Really good. Really good. Way less calories.
Seems awesome, though.
It's pretty good. Kentucky Mules, I've been making those. Old Fashions, I've been making those.
Mules not my go-to. I'm not a big fan. Old Fashioned, always down for a good old fashioned. That's my speed.
If you get a good mule, with some. I use not my father's root beer, or not my father's root beer, not my father's ginger beer.
Okay.
Just a dash of simple syrup. I use bitters. I use bourbon or rye, depending on the mood I'm in, and then lime juice on top of it. It's pretty good. It's really oddly refreshing, especially when it's hot out.
Which it will be tomorrow.
Depends on if you like ginger. If you don't like ginger,
I do not at all.
Then a mule will never be for you.
No, I agree.
Although
I'm thinking that maybe one of these days I'll acquire that taste, but as of now, it's my nightmare. Everything about it sucks for me.
There wasn't any ginger beer at Liquor Barn, so in order to make more mules, I got a Rheingeist cider that has like lemongrass or something in it. It was the closest I could find, so I'm gonna try that and see how that is. And
Rheingeist got some solid stuff, dude.
They're not bad.
Yeah, I really like it. Yeah,
I think they're in Cincinnati.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Putting my my stogies back up so I can toss them in the old humidor.
Yeah, tomorrow. So I've been running a lot lately because there's not much other exercise you can do.
Do what I do. None.
Hey, there you go. I can't because I'll go insane. So tomorrow it's going to be too hot to run. So tomorrow might actually be a cigar on the balcony day. Well, like I'll take my work laptop out there and work and smoke a cigar.
Well, bring your Surface back out too, man. You can FaceTime me or hit me up on.
I forgot you joined Duo. Welcome to Duo.
Thank you.
This whole thing started, when this whole thing started, the only person in the world that I knew that used Duo was my mom because she has a Samsung Galaxy like S4, one of the old ass Galaxies. And she didn't have FaceTime and she wanted to see the kid. And I was like, well, what the hell can we use? Oh, Duo. I forgot that was a thing. And then it tells you every time somebody joins Duo, it sends if you're already on Duo. So I was saving this for the podcast. Let's see. You're probably not going to be able to see it, but at the bottom of my phone, it says Duo. Mark Hagan is now on Duo, and Abby.
I'm kind of a big deal. It probably told the whole world this.
It is true. So I've had like 40 of those notifications since this whole thing started, and people have been trying to figure out how to stay in contact. It's pretty.
I wouldn't have done it, but Abby told me about it. Her mom, and her sister were using it. It's great for people who don't people who have iPhones. They don't ever want to leave FaceTime, and I get it because I used to have an iPhone back when they were okay, and FaceTime was awesome. But I've found that the alternatives are. I mean, they're painful to get people that do the iPhone. It's painful to get them to switch over to anything else. But when I saw them on that, I was like, this must be drop dead simple. There's no way in the world Abby would be using it.
It's super simple. I love it. I've used it for like 2 years now, and it's been great.
Nice, man. Look at you.
It's super easy. You literally just tap on somebody's name, and you can do the effects. And
you didn't know this was going to be a software review platform. You thought this was going to be bourbon, but nobody's drinking bourbon and
Duo good. I am still drinking this. This, by the way,
yeah.
Obviously, Fred has good taste. He can pick good barrels. This barrel of Evan Williams is delicious. It is Elijah Craig Jr. Same mash bill. This is, how old is this? I want to say it's an 8-year. It's like an 8-year, 8-month. It's like an 8-year-old Elijah Craig barrel proof at 111 proof. So slightly toned down. Plenty of oak, like sweet caramel, vanilla, toffee, a little bit of tobacco in there. When I get tobacco on a bourbon, I always love it because just like gnawing on a cigar, you get that tobacco flavor.
Sounds terrible.
That's what you get. Oh, it's so good.
Says the cigar smoker. My bad.
You don't like to chew on your cigars, though.
I don't at all. I used to be way better at it. Actually, it would be just dry as a bone, and I'd do everything that I could to not just nasty up the end of my cigar. But now I find it just kind of relax, do my thing, and whatever happens. But I still don't chew cigars. I don't. It's not my thing. I don't like them to get wet and gross, and
I get that. I don't do it until I'm like 3/4 of the way through, and then I'll kind of gnaw on a cigar weirdly. I don't know why, but that tobacco flavor that you get, the kind of like just pure tobacco, which I imagine if you chew, that's probably what you get. But you'll get some of that out of a bourbon occasionally, and that's what I get out of this.
That's awesome, man. I'd like to try that.
It's really good.
If we ever free up and I remember, I'll bring it up.
Yeah, open mid-May. Like I'm fingers crossed mid-May. I'm being realistic and expecting June for things to open back up. But
I don't think anything's going to open back up till there's a vaccine, right?
No, yeah, like, everything.
If it opens back up, we all get the virus again, right?
Not necessarily. Herd immunity kicks in. These are just the things that I've been reading about. God only knows what's actually true.
So you're thinking, or they are thinking by mid-May, enough people that have had it, moved on, that herd immunity has picked up enough where it's kind of like we would be, those of us who didn't get it, which I'm hoping I don't get it, although I probably will.
Get a less stressful strain of it, and it would cause supposed herd immunity, and enough of it will have dissipated that it won't still be strong. I don't know.
So now then we would be like the idiot anti-vaxxers who benefit from the fact that the rest of us got our vaccines.
Kind of.
Interesting.
You and I could have already had it. That's the craziest part about this thing.
Sure.
As reasonably healthy adults, you and I could have already had it, never noticed it, and become inoculated to it.
It was crazy that it kicked in right at allergy season. That's scary as hell, but
It is. And in Kentucky, allergy season is a nightmare for every human being.
It's real. People don't know. They don't even know. And this is allergy capital of the world where we live. And it is gross. It is nasty out there. It hurts. Hurts to go outside and breathe.
Right now it does. It's awful. But yeah, hopefully mid-May. At the very least, mid-May, I'm going to be willing, assuming they start to give the all clear, I'm going to be willing to go over to people's houses because I'm going to need to, because I'm going to literally go insane sitting in my house.
If they allow that sort of thing by then, you are always welcome over here. We'll do cigar smoking.
I'm bringing a crate of bourbon, and we're just going to pop tops. Like literally just going to pop tops, because what else do you celebrate other than surviving in a pandemic?
Well, I've been smoking some of my best cigars for that exact reason, which you got a picture of one yesterday. But I have no shortage of fantastic cigars I've collected over the last 20 years. And
awesome.
I'm a pleasure to layer. But I've been burning them, man. I'm just like, you know what? Yep. I'll take that old ass Opus X, turn down to nothing. But
how about that Oliva V, the one that you gave me or I bought years ago? God only knows. That box cut. I bet that's phenomenal.
Yeah, dude, that thing's older than hell. But you got to be careful with aged cigars, right? Cuban tobaccos, they always age. You get the Dominicans, though. Some of the stats you see, it's like 25, 35% are going to get better with age. So they recommend smoke it at 6 months. And if it went up, like if you're theoretically you're aging more than one, but smoke one at 6 months. And if the quality went up, keep aging it. Smoke one in a year, the quality went up, keep aging it. Otherwise, burn it, because it doesn't get better once it starts getting worse.
Dang. Well, we'll find out.
I'm sure that one will be great, because the Olivas are just power packed awesomeness. So if they mellow out a little bit, it'll still be awesome. It's gonna be good. I think you'll like it. All right, man. Sign us out of here. Right. I got kids to get bad.
It's been great. We'll catch up again next time. The goal is to have Mike on. Next time, the goal is also to have a lead distiller, Christopher Michael, on to the podcast to talk about distilling hand sanitizer. And we'll actually probably talk more about bourbon.
Probably. We'll see. Awesome.
All right, everybody.
Have a great
night. It's been fun. Have a great night, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.